Hey, welcome back to Five Lakes Garage, and today we're working on a Riptide Minn Kota trolling motor. Trolling motor don't work. All right, welcome to my little shelter. So I'm kind of in the shade a little bit, but it's getting a little bit warm today. And this thing is too tall to fit in the shop. The tower up here, 9 feet tall. My door's only 8. Not gonna fit. So you make your own canopy. So the story behind this thing is that he picked it up from Marketplace and put it on, and had a shop actually wire it up, but they said they couldn't get it working. So we're gonna go and look at the wiring and find out exactly what they did. I see 2 wires there. So anyway, I'm gonna go a quick look over the wiring. So, all right, so this is gonna be the way that I troubleshoot things. This is gonna be an electrical thing. So what we got to do is make sure that 1, is wired properly. 2, do we have power up here at the actual motor itself to where we can actually plug it in? And so we're gonna take some readings, check out some wiring, and see exactly what we gotta do to actually fix it. Because we gotta fix it. You gotta have a trolling motor on your fishing boat. You don't have to, but it works a whole lot better. Anyway, I'm gonna do some investigation, come back, bring you along, tell you what I find. I think I'm gonna find a lot. You know, I've been doing this type of work for many, many years as a hobby, not as a professional. So don't claim me as being a professional by any means, but this is the first time actually seeing this happen. I actually looked it up, and it is possible. Okay, check this out. Alright, so these are the 2 batteries for the trolling motor. Yes, they don't match. One's a deep cycle and the other one is a regular, but that's fine. He's working on a budget, and I got the same thing pretty much. I got 2 different batteries. That's not the issue. Okay, so here's the interesting part. Hopefully you can see that screen. So right now I just have it on DC volts. I'm gonna go put it on this battery and see what we get. Positive, positive, negative, negative. All right, so we are just shy of 12 volts. That needs to be charged. That's okay. Now I'm gonna go to this diehard right here. Now I'm gonna put positive to positive and negative to negative, just like it is right there. Now let's see what happens. It is negative 9.5 volts. Now if I switch these and put positive, negative, negative to positive, we get a positive 9. And if I do the same thing on this battery, which is the known good one, you get negative. So what tells me is that this battery right here has reversed its polarity. I have never actually seen that before. So I did a quick search on it, and apparently if you discharge these lead acid batteries down low enough and then charge it back up backwards, it can reverse this polarity. So what I'm going to try to do to try to save this battery, because like I said, he's on a budget, is I'm going to try to discharge this as much as possible. I might have to leave it overnight. Maybe I'll hook up a light or something just to discharge it as much as possible. And then I'm going to go and take this battery and that battery, and I'm going to hook them together in parallel. So it'll still be 12 volts, but it will actually fool the charger to think that it's one battery. So then it will actually start charging. And hopefully then I can reverse the polarity back to where it's supposed to be and hopefully save this battery. Couple of issues that I see with that. One of them is going to be that if you discharge it enough, you might lose a cell or 2 cells. Like you saw that was like 9 volts. Could already lost a cell. I don't know. But he might have to look into another battery. Now, while that's discharging, I'm going to keep troubleshooting and see if we can get this thing working with one of my other batteries that hopefully will get it closer to being working. Anyway, but I just thought that was interesting. Never seen it before. But hey, I guess it's possible. So I'm going to start discharging that. I'm going to charge this other one, and then we'll get up there and actually check it out and see why it's not working. Learn something new every day. That's why we do this, to learn. All right, well, we got the big jammers out of the Dodge. They're a little bit bigger than what came out, but hey, we're just gonna use this as a test run. Now, this is a 24 volt system. It's not a 12 volt. Just like I told you earlier, they have to be in series. You put them in parallel, you get 12 volts, but a whole lot of amperage. But if you put in 24 volts, you get 24 volts and same amount of amperage. So, this is your negative line. Goes to your negative battery terminal on this battery. This is your positive. And notice that they actually put a fuse in there, which, hey, good job for putting a fuse in there. The only reason why I don't really like these particular type is that it's not resettable. So if that pops while you're out, yeah, you're just done. You'll have to cross it right over here, full power, no fuse, then you cause into problems. Anyway, so you got a positive on this one here, and then on this side you just put the positive of this battery to the negative of that battery, just with a little jumper right here. And I couldn't get that thing on anymore. But that's pretty much how you get it going. So good job on the fuse. Good job. And yeah. Let's see if the front cat gets to work now. It should be good. I think it's gonna work. I got confidence. All right, so we're back up here in the front. Trace back the wires. It was actually hooked up properly. I'm not exactly sure how or why, what happened to that battery to actually reverse this polarity. But I got it on a light just to discharge it. I'll try to discharge it enough and see if we can reverse it. Now, I went ahead and pulled out the connector. Now, I did not put this connector in, but just wanted to make sure that it was okay and how it was set. Not 100% liking the color code, but hey, whatever. It's what it is. I believe the red is the positive, 24 volts, and the yellow would be your ground. So, ground all the way back. Now, you don't want to have those two touch. Which brings me to why I'm bringing this up. Let's see if you can see this. Let's bring it closer. Alright, so I'm not sure if you can see that very much, but a lot of the threads or the windings of the wire is actually hanging out. And they're so close together, they're actually touching. So that can start a fire, or at least give you a smoke show. But I mean, this is what, 8 gauge wire, I think. I mean, it's good quality wire, I'll give it that. But make sure all your windings are in there and your insulation is also in there so you do not mess it up. So, gotta love it. All right, I'm gonna pull these out because I need to get my little cap thing back on. But hey, it's all right. It's what we have to do. That's a little bit better. All right, let me put this thing in and hook up some more batteries, man. You know, now I gotta crawl underneath and actually put the little plastic thing on that didn't seem to be on very well. Might have to send one of the kids. Or I gotta take this old top off, which I didn't really want to do that. But we can if we have to. Alright, so I got the batteries up there. They are hooked up. They are in series. So you have your positive on one going to the negative on the other one, and then you use the other positive negative to come all the way up here. Now I'm just going to take my regular multimeter on DC volts. What do we get? Yellow is negative, red is positive. We are at 23.9. It's not quite fully charged, but it should be enough to at least get this thing rotating. Shut up. Anyway, we're going to hook it up and see what happens. Alright, this thing comes with a little pedal assembly. Hook that up. Let's figure this out. This goes out. Wow, this thing's got some weight to her. Alright. Uh-oh. Almost works. Look at that. Alright, she is rotating. She's turning that way. Doesn't quite turn the other way though. But that's a good start. I think what it is that I still need to charge those batteries is because they're not quite 24 volts. So I'm gonna throw them on the trickle charger for a while and see how it goes. But hey, at least it works. That means it's wired up properly and it is. Why does it not go the other way? All right, so we might have to look into the switch here and see if it's actually getting signal and kind of go from there. All right, so I took the pedal assembly off. I grabbed some batteries from the Dodge, which I know they're fully charged, and everything seems to be working, except the pedal seems to be a little flaky. I can push it one way, it'll go the other way. I got to try to work it, and then it'll finally move. So I think what it is, well, I mean, this is got some age on it, so it's a little bit corroded. So I'm just gonna brush all this stuff off and then try to clean it as best I can and lube it. Trying to figure out how to get these things apart, and it doesn't look like it's that simple. But anyway, I can at least get it cleaned and lubricated so that this slide right here, so as you go right, you go left, whatever, so that would actually go relatively easy. So let me clean this up and put it back together, see if it works any better. All right, so I kind of blew it all out with some air. I don't have any of my electronic, cleaner stuff, so I just hit it with some air. I just used some white lithium grease around all the plastic things, friction points, whichever. I missed one there. All right, try not to get it everywhere. Use it sparingly, only on the parts that really need it, all the friction points. So let's see what she does. All right, so it's working. It's a little bit jerky, but I think once I put the actual pedal on, since I'm not just moving this with my hand, because you kind of go that way and then that way. But if I had a pedal on there, I don't have to work so hard. So I'm gonna put the pedal back. We're gonna test it one more time, and then hopefully a little bit later the batteries will be charged enough that we can actually put those in there. All right, plate's back on. Simple thing, just kind of move your springs, but check it out. Bam, there you go, working like a champ. This is actually a relatively easy one. It just needed a little bit of cleaning on the foot pedal, and also get some batteries that were not reverse polarity. Again, weirdest thing I've ever seen, but looking it up, it is possible. Hey, put it down in the comments below of whether or not this actually happened to you. I want to see how common this really is. So I guess the only thing I have left now to do is put this guy up, charge batteries, put his back in, get mine back in the Dodge, and I think the next step would be wiring, getting the lights to work, which already looked pretty interesting. So anyway, check out one of the next videos for the wiring stuff of the lights, as well as the horn and the other things that he needs up and running. Oh yeah, and the stiff steering. I'll get to that, but I figured this was more important because you gotta have it. Anyway, check out all the other stuff. Stay tuned for some more exciting stuff on this Carolina skiff. And hopefully I'll be able to give it back to him pretty darn soon and make him happy and get him out there and fishing, because he has caught some big ones and I want to see him, and maybe one day he'll invite me out. We'll see. All right, take it easy, have fun, take a look at all the other stuff, and we'll catch you later. Peace.